This recording is a work-through of the odd-numbered practice problems from the extension practice sheet. So this is not on the power assignment, but it is still good information, especially if you're going to be taking more math in the future. All right, here we go. When you've got an OR compound inequality, you just solve them both independently and put all the answers together. So let's start with this one. We'll do a subtraction of 1. And now b is by itself. So b greater than or equal to 5. There we are. Or means I want all of these solutions, or the solutions over here. So let's solve this one as well. -5, we'll do division now by -5. So we've got then that, too much going on, that b, and because I divided by a negative number, this red number is negative, I need to change the direction of the inequality and get the 1 involved. Now the graphs of these ORs are very straightforward. We just need to graph everything. So I'm going to go to here, b greater than or equal to 5. So at 5, closed circle, arrow to the right, and b less than or equal to 1. So at 1, closed circle, and arrow to the left. So really, all of the numbers, except for the ones in this little missing central part, are solutions to this compound inequality. Let's go again. Same thing over here. 6x minus 4 is less than -58. I want to get the x by itself. 6x is less than, what would this be? -54. Divide by the 6. And so we've got x is less than -9. So that's part of it. Now we'll take into account the other part. So over here then, -9 minus 5x less than or equal to -14. Add the 9. So -5x less than or equal to, this would be -5. A division by -5. Notice it's a negative number we're dividing by. The red number is -5. So I'm going to change the direction of the inequality. Okay, so my solutions then are everything. All of the numbers that are less than -9. So on the graph, at -9, open circle to the left. Or I also want to include all of these. So at 1, closed circle, and to the right. All right, now some and compound inequalities. Let's see what we got. Now notice the and comes in 2 varieties. This one, I actually kind of like this one because it saves us some time in the long run. All right, I want to get b by itself, so we've got to multiply by 3, but we've got to do that everywhere. So in the front, in the middle, and in the back. So left, center, and right. I'm multiplying by a positive number, so no inequality direction changes. 3 times -2, that's -6, less than b, less than or equal to, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So this is going to give us a segment now. So it's saying I want b to be bigger than -6, so open circle here and going to the right, but b also needs to be less than or equal to +6, so closed circle here going to the left, and I only want the numbers that are in between those 2 places. So very often, not always, but very often, your and compound inequalities will have that segment shape. Okay, for this last one, we're going to do the same thing. Now, when they're listed separately, you don't change much. We're still going to solve this inequality. So 7r plus 6 is greater than or equal to -29. I want to get r by itself. So 7r greater than or equal to -35, divide by the 7. R greater than or equal to -5. Very cool. And, so we're going to have an and conjunction here. Let's do now the next one. -1 plus 9r is less than 8. Start with the addition of the 1's. So 9r less than 9, and now a division by 9. So we will have r is less than 1. Now, you can write the answer like this. This is perfectly cool. I actually wanted to highlight this one back there too. Okay, so this is good. No problem with that. However, you can also write it like this. To see what that would look like, let's see what our graph would be. Now, I'm going to do a tentative graph here in green, and then we'll put our final graph answer in red. So r greater than or equal to -5. That means at -5, I would have a closed circle that goes to the right. R less than 1. That means that at 1, I would have an open circle that goes to the left. For the and compound inequalities, I only want a solution where these things overlap. So that's going to be a closed circle here, an open circle here, and they overlap in between. So the solution looks like that red part, and just the red part. I'll get rid of the green stuff here. All right, so looking at this now, if you wanted to, you could write it this way. -5 on the low end is less than or equal to the r, which is less than 1 on the high end. Here in red is a second acceptable version of the answer.